Mayor Pete drops out of the race. What happened? Let's talk about it, y'all. Middle America. Well, Mayor Pete has just announced that he is out of the presidential race. That's very interesting. Especially considering it seemed as if Mr. Buttigieg was primed and ready to go. But, as recently as the last debate that we saw, he was out there asking for money and all the rest of it. Go to PeteForAmerica.com, whatever. Here's CNN. Pete Buttigieg will end his campaign for president on Sunday. Multiple aides tell CNN, ending an unlikely campaign that vaulted the once unknown mayor from South Bend, Indiana to a top presidential contender. He believes this is the right thing to do right now for our country and for the country to heal this divided nation and defeat President Trump. He decided that now was the time, and I think this is exactly why he's getting out. He believes it's the right thing to do. Buttigieg broke barriers by becoming the first gay candidate to earn a presidential primary delegate for a majority party's nomination. But Buttigieg's campaign struggled to nationalize its operation after success in Iowa and New Hampshire. The former mayor's struggles to win over voters of color, a key base to the Democratic Party, proved insurmountable in Nevada and South Carolina, two states where Buttigieg finished significantly behind the race's frontrunners. And the mayor's lack of momentum heading into Super Tuesday sunk the upstart campaign. Very, very interesting stuff. Now, Buttigieg did win a bunch of delegates, and I don't know where those delegates are going. Now, I have a theory, ladies and gentlemen. You want to hear it? Here's my theory. Buttigieg, it's clear, Buttigieg is tied to the Obamas. A lot of Obama's previous aides are also working with Buttigieg. We're now working with Buttigieg. I mean, that's just a fact. And so, it's been chronicled that Buttigieg kind of has Obama's mannerisms. And so, here's what I think happened. What I think happened was, if Biden would have lost South Carolina, Buttigieg would have still been in play. I do not think it's about his performance in Carolina or Nevada that had to do with why he dropped out. I think it has to do with Biden's performance in South Carolina. Namely, I think the logic is very simple. Buttigieg presented himself as a, let's be real here, centrist, neoliberal Democrat, and who was basically another incarnation of Obama. And Biden presented himself as not another incarnation of Obama, but the continuation and the building up on the Obama legacy and the Obama form of being a Democrat. And so for Buttigieg to continue to run would be to basically be taking votes away from Biden, because Elizabeth Warren, and look, just anybody right now, if you're going to say that me saying Pocahontas is racist, go ahead and don't even comment in the comment section, okay? Have a sense of humor. You should be more mad that this woman lied about her heritage in order to steal a scholarship from a well-deserved, well-earned actual Native American. You should be more mad about that. It's unbelievable to me that the party of the identity politics party is giving this woman a pass, when this is just another example, honestly, of the white man stealing something from the Native Americans. How in the world this woman got away with it, I have no idea. So if you're gonna complain about me calling her Pocahontas, I promise you, I'm trying to save you some time and angst. But we continue. Elizabeth Warren has presented herself as a progressive. Tom Steyer dropped out a couple days ago, and it was so insignificant that I didn't even post a video on it. So we've got Michael Bloomberg, which is basically the proto-capitalist, who is basically the opposite side of Trump. He's kind of like the bizarro version of Trump. And then you've got Elizabeth Warren, who's supposedly a progressive. You've got Bernie, who's an actual progressive. Then you've got Mayor Pete, Biden, and then of course Amy Klobuchar. Now Amy is also one of these no-nonsense folks, yada yada yada, but she's going to be done by Super Tuesday. We all know that. And so I think the strategy, I think Pete got a phone call and Obama said, hey, you did very good. You did a good job. There's a future for you. Shoot, we'll even give you a spot in the cabinet. I need you to get out of the vote so that you can have all of the folks who would have voted for you are going to vote for Joe. And I would not be surprised to see Pete Buttigieg start campaigning hardcore for Joe Biden because of the Obama connection. Wouldn't surprise me in any way, shape, or form. You see Pete has been going after Bernie hardcore, and you very rarely, if ever, saw him go after Biden. It never happened, in my estimation, and there is a lot of things where Biden could have rightly been blitzed, but Pete generally stayed away from going after Biden, and I believe that's because of the Obama connection. The hope that the establishment Democrats have is that we can go into a broker convention. So we've already seen this. New York Times, there was 84, 87 of the 93 super delegates basically said, even if it tears up the party, we're gonna not let Bernie take the nomination. So what can you do? They want a brokered convention. And so, in my mind, what's happening is, and shoot, maybe they even promised Pete a VP role. Can you imagine that? Good night. So, what I think is happening is, like I said, I'm very curious to see where all of Pete's delegates are going to go. Michael Moore had this plan that basically said by the time of the convention, between Elizabeth Warren and Bernie, whoever had the most delegates, that the other should give their delegates to the other person so that it would be undisputed who the person was. I don't know if that can possibly happen. You know, it's Michael Moore, but it wouldn't shock me if Mayor Pete did something like that, and that he campaigns for Biden so that at minimum you can have a brokered convention, and then the superdelegates are able to once again screw Bernie out of a hard-fought and hard-won victory. And so that's what I think is going on here. I think because of how well Biden did, he won it handily. It's pretty much analogous to the way that Bernie won in Nevada, I would say. Person might think that that's an exaggeration. Believe what you want, but in my mind, that's what it feels like to me anyway. And so I think that's what happened. As soon as Biden won in such a landslide, Mayor Pete got a call from Obama, and that was the end of it. I have no other explanation than that. So, Steyer's out, Buttigieg is out, so you've got the massive proto-capitalist Bloomberg. And I don't really know who Bloomberg's base is, to be honest with you. You know, Bernie had that line, now Bloomberg has a very active and energetic base, and they're all billionaires. So there's that. But I don't really know what the point of Bloomberg is right now for the establishment. It seems to me that everything should be funneling toward Biden. And I think Bloomberg actually said that he would allocate his capital to whoever the Democrats decided should win. So, this is all interesting stuff, ladies and gentlemen. But Mayor Pete's out. Very, very sad. Very, very sad for Mayor Pete and his support. Love your neighbor. Take care of each other. Middle America, we are the media. Till next time, guys.